Welcome back to Beyond the Sold Sign Real Estate Unplugged. We are your hosts and favorite realtors, Naya
and Lauren.
and we're so excited to be back with you all for another episode. Let's hop right into this listener's message.
So we just bought our home a few months ago, and while we're happy overall, there are definitely things we wish we had thought through more carefully. I keep wondering, what do most buyers regret after purchasing a home, and how can future buyers avoid these mistakes? That's an honest question.
Yes.
Because I feel like there are some things that I should have, or like that I should have thought through this. This was before I became a realtor, but at the same time, it was like, oh, what were some of the things that you could have thought about? So I feel like number one, spending top of your budget. Like you are starting, even though you're approved for a certain amount, doesn't mean that you should or you are comfortable with that monthly payment. So I feel like that's a number one regret, because it doesn't leave room for you to do anything else.
Like life.
No,
like outside of the home, like normal life.
Nothing.
Or enjoying life.
Yeah, you can't enjoy life. You are stuck in your house and you better just enjoy
That mortgage.
That's it. And nobody wants to do that, especially not living in today's world. No. So, and I feel like you also have to be prepared for anything. And when you spend at the top of your budget, it just doesn't give you that space and opportunity. So for me, I think that's number one.
That's a good one.
Thing.
That's definitely a good one. Yeah, like you're saying, as far as the other expenses outside of life, you still have maintenance, utilities, and then like taxes that can increase over time. So yeah, if you're at the top of that budget and you didn't leave yourself any wiggle room, you're feeling really stretched and strained.
Yeah, that is true.
Outside of that, at the top of your budget, I would say, well, I guess going deeper into extra expenses, the maintenance of a home, like when you move in, everything might be shiny, brand new, like, you might be peeling the plastic off of the appliances, and that's all great. But over time, normal wear and tear can still cause, an expense at some point, or needing to replace it can be an expense at some point. And so again, if you went to the top of your budget, it could be stretched, or if you just didn't, maybe you didn't spend at the top of your budget, but you perhaps didn't prepare to like save over time for the things, it can still feel like a shock when something does come up. Because something unfortunately will come up, and like landscaping costs. That was one for me. I wanted a backyard so bad. When I tell you, my grass grows faster than anything I've ever seen in life. And it's like my grass and my grass only. None of the neighbors' grass grows as fast. And I don't even spend time in the backyard that I just had to have. So let's just not even talk about that.
Do you cut it? Or you get somebody to cut it?
It's been a combination of both. In the time that I've been there. So
that's fair. Yeah,
the landscaping cost, that is maybe a market that I need to tap into, because the people are making money cutting grass. And I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah, okay. I think a lot of people will pay for it.
Because, it's like, I don't feel like doing this, and that grass grows fast. So, yes. That home maintenance, not just your appliances, but even things like landscaping, and just like, the wear and tear of things that come up over time. Minor things can add up.
Yeah, because people the reason why I feel like they regret purchasing a home or living in a home is because they don't have that maintenance man.
Yeah,
that's in that apartment. You are
the maintenance man.
You
have to be responsible, and that is, that's I don't want to say like a regret, but like a shock. Like you're looking around like, it's me.
It's me. I can't call anybody. There's no 24-hour service. No.
Oh my God.
There's no 24-hour maintenance service. Yeah, it's just, there's nobody that's already cutting your grass at 6 a.m., making sure the landscape. No, you got to do all of that. So that is one thing that we do here, quite a bit. Yep. And again, not like regret, but since this is the topic of this week, we're going to stick with. Yeah.
Yep.
They regret some of that.
Definitely wouldn't have a backyard.
Yeah, you like, I wanted that backyard.
In the future.
What else? Oh, not fully understanding the neighborhood and like neighborhood, schools, community, and the commute of where like just where certain things are, not necessarily just work, but maybe you didn't do your due diligence and your research when moving to that location. And once you got there, you were like, oh, wait a second. Let's say, for example, let's say you happen to see the house during the day. Every single time you went, right? You went in the morning to go see the house originally. Then you had the inspection. You went during the day, had the appraisal. Like you did the walkthrough. Everything was during the day. But what you never did was you never went back at night. And you realize that may be a completely different neighborhood because everybody was at work in the beginning. But now it's like, wait a second. I wasn't here over the weekend or at night. So that may be a regret, not doing that ahead of time. That's something that we do like to tell clients to always go back at different times of days during the week.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
See like what it is. And then your commute to certain stores that you may want to go to. Is it, 20 minutes out or is it somewhere very close? Your commute to work. So things like that, you really want to do your due diligence. And some people do regret it. Like we're in the DMV. So if you are, you bought a house in Maryland, you were working in Maryland, and then all of a sudden now your job is in DC, you may regret like, dang, I maybe should have bought something a little closer, knowing that my job may move us somewhere to a different location.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
After that, I would say maybe rushing the decision to purchase based on like the market chatter. Ooh, goodness gracious. I think sometimes
that peer pressure.
Yeah, when you hear like, oh, it's competitive or oh, rates dropped, whatever it is, and you're like, oh, I got to do this now. I got to grab it up now. This is the only opportunity and there won't be another one. And I can, social media will make you feel that way. News headlines will make you feel that way.
Yep.
But I really don't think there is ever like a right or wrong time to purchase a home.
Yeah.
It should always be what is best for you. And it can be hard to tune out the noise and the chatter and the influence, but it has to be like when it aligns for you.
Yeah.
Because if you're rushing, then you may have missed some of those earlier things we talked about, being sure that commute works for you, being mindful about the costs that you need to save for maintenance over time, not really thinking fully about what you need long term or, what stage of life this home like fits in for you. So yes, I think for some people, if they jump and rush in the decision due to outside pressures or what they hear about the market, then it might lead you to feel regret at some point. So we hope that it's something that you'll be able to avoid.
Yeah. Talk to people who are, I guess are in the market every day and have, because I mean, with social media, everybody's situation's different, like you said. So it would be nice to just do your own due diligence and speak to people who are in the market every day, whether that's a lender or realtor, not just people on social media or your family member that bought a house 20 years ago.
Right.
So trying to rush you.
Yes.
So I feel like those are pretty much the main, I think, reason. Am I missing anything?
No, I feel like that's the main thing.
Yeah, the main things, that real reasons, why people decide or they feel like regret. So what we normally tell buyers before they purchase so that hopefully you don't have that regret is, number one, that monthly payment, making sure you just have some flexibility and some wiggle room to focus on some things that may come up, like Naya said, that may be a shock, right? Whether it's maintenance things, just certain items, utilities that just may come up that you're just like, what? I was not expecting this. And all your money is in your mortgage payment.
Right. Oof.
That hurts. That's not good. Considering how long you plan to stay at your home as well. If you feel like it's not going to be, I guess more than 5 years and you're like, man, I was planning on stay here 10 years, but now you regret being there and you've only been there 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, now what?
Yeah.
Do you go ahead and get out? Do you sell? Thinking about your lifestyle with the house and where the house is set, that neighborhood that we were talking about. Is it close to things that you like to do? If you like to go out, is it close to the city where you can get, in and out? Do you want to be by stores? So making sure that the house fits also that location And then, like you said, don't let the market kind of override your decision.
Don't let it.
Please do not. So yeah, perfect homes don't exist, but well-informed decisions do. So
Yes.
I hope this helps you guys. And hopefully we gave you some tips to focus on beforehand so that you don't regret your decision of purchasing a home, because it really is one of the best decisions.
Yes. So thank you for joining us for another episode. Be sure that you follow, like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube, any podcast platform that you're listening on, and make sure that you're following us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and share with a friend.